interview with Darryl Cameron. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yes.
I mean, well, for you guys, it was, I didn't have to do much in terms of production because you guys had a very strong idea of what you wanted and where you guys were going with the album. So I felt my role was just more sort of general input. If I felt just musically something maybe could be done differently or could sound.
If there was a mistake, then you're like, there was a
Well,
mistake.
yeah, just even those, yeah, just being there to sort of guide when I could, but letting you guys do your thing was really important to me. I didn't want to. I mean, just given your genre, it's not a genre that I know a ton about, so I was kind of relying on you guys to know what you wanted, and you did very much. So it was kind of fun to go through that and see where you guys were going with it, and just kind of lend my input when I could. Yeah, just well, we've done some work with more singer-songwriters, so doing a lot of stuff with just vocalists and acoustic guitar. Some more pop kind of stuff, a little bit of rock, sort of blues type things. Yeah, I definitely learned to spend a lot of time getting the sound right. I mean, it's something I already knew, but it was just sort of reinforced that you want to make sure you get the sound right, and we did. I think we spent a lot of time like using the two different drum kits. You found there was certain sounds you weren't liking off of one part of the drum kit, so we changed those out and things like that. So spending the time up front, make sure you got the sound you want before you really track everything and get going. And it's a lot easier to have the sound recorded first versus trying to change it later. And I think the only one that was a struggle was, as you know, with drumming on Surveillance State.
Yeah.
Because that was it's such a crazy song in terms of drums.
And I'm not a drummer, really.
Well, yeah, that's not your first instrument. You did an amazing job as a drummer, by the way.
Thanks.
For somebody who's not a drummer. I was quite impressed. I do. I'd have to listen to the whole thing again, but I think for some reason Middle Finger always sticks out to me. Well, no pun intended. Middle Finger always jumps out to be the one that I kind of go to for my favorite. Yeah. But like I say, it was hard to pick a favorite. I have to hats off to you guys. Like the writing, for putting together a dozen originals. That it was impressive. You guys did a good job on that.
Is acoustic guitar your favorite instrument to record?
No, I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I like the challenge of drums, and just because there's so many mics involved, and you're trying to reduce the bleed from one piece of the kit to another, and so I find that really interesting. And even just the placement. I mean, you can move a mic, a few inches or turn it one way, and you get a different sound off the kick and things like that. So I think that's been one of my favorite sort of instruments to record. Oh. That's a tough question. Yeah, I mean, just some more recent people like Mark Ronson has done a lot of stuff. It's more pop genre, but he's done a lot of stuff with like Lady Gaga and I can't even name all the people he's worked with. But yeah, he did Valerie with Amy Winehouse. So that'd be one guy for sure. In terms of albums, well, because not many people do full albums anymore, so it's usually thrown back to I was big into the Who, the Police, the Beatles. I guess this safe one to go to is like the White Album by the Beatles, but or Abbey Road, but yeah. Yeah, well, come on in if you need to record a single, an EP, a full album. We're definitely here to help, and also rehearsal studios. We have rehearsal studios, so if anybody needs a space to rehearse. You guys, I saw on social media, have a new rehearsal space in Red Deer, so that bummed me out, but I'm sure it's good for you guys. So.
Cool, thanks man. Yeah, that'll be super handy and helpful.